Hi, and welcome to video 2 of our Introduction to R and RStudio. Here we're going to pick up with section 1.4. What we're going to do here is I want you to spend a few minutes and read chapter 4 of RMarkdown for Scientists, and then we are going to modify some of our defaults. So what I want you to do, let me minimize this, is you will go to that website, which will take you here. And I want you to read this section, which will talk about why you want to use RStudio. Then we're going to come in here, and I want you to take a look at RStudio. So when you open up RStudio, you will get something. Of course, yours won't have these files open. Let me just close these. So you will have something that looks sort of like this. Now, you won't have all of these tabs showing, but you should have environment, files. You should have a console window up here and a history window over here. So what our first thing we want to do is we want to come in here to Tools and go to Global Options. And you want to be sure you have changed these options as it describes in the chapter that you just read. So you want to be sure this is unchecked and these are unchecked, and this should be set to never. Once you do that, you can apply those changes, and then that will be the way it opens up. Another thing that you want to think about is, where do you want to keep your files that you're going to be using for the class? So, I suggest that you find a folder on your system, and that's where you keep your files. So I have set this to be where I want my files, but you can easily browse here and choose what folder you want your files to be in, and that's going to be when you start up. So when you open RStudio, that's going to be where it looks for your files, where it saves your data, so forth. So that's important for you to take a few minutes and think about maybe setting up a folder on your system where you're going to keep all your files, and then setting this to be that folder. Okay. Other things you can do is we can look at appearance. So if you need your font size larger, you can set a larger font size. You can set a different color scheme for your files. So you can play with some of these and see which ones you like. And apply that. Okay, so I suggest you do something where it puts things in different colors over here. So you don't necessarily need a dark background, but you do want something that's going to tell you whether it has recognized like a function name versus just regular typing. Okay, so that's helpful. And I think that's all we need to do for right now in terms of setting up those options. So we'll come back and we'll look at the next section after you've done that.